Yo, dudes and dudettes, your friendly neighborhood Jaxblade is back. Yes, I am rocking a clean face. I needed to do it for something I had to do today. But I just wanted to let you know, yes, this is a re-upload. Not of my Tough Like the Tunes. My Tough Like the Tunes for Iroh is fine. But if you didn't know, my Uncle Iroh Would That Workout video got taken down for what I originally thought was something else. But I'm guessing it's something else that I left an email to these people about because I asked them several times before doing something for them that this was okay and everything. But you know, stupid shit. I can man up, admit it, whatever. If I effed up, then that's me. But anyways, if they don't re-put up my old video, I just want to head up there because honestly, I'm proud of this video. I'm proud that of all the work I put in. Also, I just got back from KamehamehaCon, had a blast, met a ton of great people, had tons of fun there, and like all the way I actually vlogged it, so I'm gonna upload that soon. And I just want to say, yes, I'm re-uploading this. Yes, it's a thing, but I added some stuff to make it a bit different than the original re-upload just because. Also, I want to tell you, Project Deku is 100% done now. Like the full thing with the schedules, the program, the thing you actually have to follow, the building confidence in yourself, all of that, that's now available. All you gotta do is click that link below. We finally finished it, so you can get the full program all together right now, so don't worry about that. That's just another thing to go along with this. But yes, just hope you enjoy the video. Hope you enjoy the rest of the videos I got coming this week. And yep, thank you for watching. Thank you for getting one thing, can you just help share this around though, because my old one was about to hit 100,000 views and it literally got taken down before that. So can you guys help me by liking, commenting, sharing, and just helping me share this about. But thank you all so much. Keep calm, booyah on. Don't forget Momentai. Hope you enjoy this remastered version of Would Iroh's Training Workout. Booyah. Yo, dudes and dudettes, your friendly neighborhood Jaxblade is back with another episode of Would That Work Out? The series where I use my knowledge of personal training and exercise science to analyze whether a fictional character's routine would actually work if attempted in real life. Today's character needs no introduction. Y'all love him. Like, if you hate this character, then there is something wrong with you as a person. But it is the great, caring, tea-loving, badass Uncle Iroh from Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Uncle? I didn't see you get hit with the tongue.
One of the best series to ever bless Nickelodeon, and one of the greatest animated series just in general. But today we will be covering Iroh's Prisoner Training, which was seen in book 3 of the series. And for those who want to actually try out Iroh's training, I made a whole Tough Like the Tunes workout program of it that you can try out at the gym or at home or at your local park if you want to. Now, one thing I appreciate about growing up is there are some series I can appreciate far more as an adult. Some shows I absolutely loved as a kid and I can still enjoy them, but if I'm being real, I can see that nostalgia has heightened them to an extra level for me. For example, when I was 14 years old and the series was first released, I enjoyed Avatar: The Last Airbender just fine. But as an adult, I appreciate it far more than I ever did as a kid. The story is so well done. The writing, the character development, the animation, the choreography of the fights, and just so much of it nowadays I can truly appreciate. Uncle Iroh himself is just a gem. To compare that with a series that I will always love no matter what would be to look at something like Dragon Ball Z for me. Now, to me as a child and teenager, DBZ was God. Nothing was better than it, and if you disagreed with me, I'd just raise my voice to better my argument. But nowadays, rewatching it as a level-headed adult, I can still really enjoy it and love it, especially from the nostalgia boost. But some parts, even in the Japanese and Kai, don't hold up that well to me. Hell, everyone has seen my collection, so I'd never diss my favorite series. But I can logically look at it these days and say, that wasn't that well done, and this needs some work, and this was kinda meh if I subtract nostalgia, which is quite the powerful drug. I've rewatched both series countless times, but Avatar, I can always find something each time to really appreciate more and more as an adult. Now, Uncle Iroh was such a phenomenal character. Not only was he such a monster powerhouse of a firebender, but one of the kindest and most caring characters I've seen in all of fiction. His patience and willingness to help his nephew Zuko, along with his many wise proverbs, have stuck with me for years as an adult.
You must let go of your feelings of shame if you want your anger to go away. Pride is not the opposite of shame, but its source. True humility is the only antidote to shame.
So when I first saw that training scene of him in prison, my level of respect for him just skyrocketed.
Just warming up.
After being double-crossed by his nephew Zuko, who started working with his niece Azula, he is imprisoned by his brother, Fire Lord Ozai, for his crimes against the Fire Nation. While being incarcerated, Iroh begins training his old portly body to that of a strongman-looking physique, with daily calisthenics to improve his strength for his escape. Now, as I've mentioned in countless other Would That Work Out videos, daily calisthenics are pretty easy to follow since military personnel, gymnasts, bar star athletes, and many more folks do bodyweight exercises daily with no ill effects. And if you stay consistent with it, you can actually make some pretty noticeable results. Now, of course, there are some factors that go along with doing daily bodyweight exercises, such as how long have you been training? If you're a beginner who tries to do 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, and 100 squats every single day, that's going to be different than someone who is more advanced, which leads to the next point, how fast you personally recover. If you're trying to do push-ups or pull-ups, but your arms are so sore you look like an action figure, maybe that's a sign to take a break. And also, what are your main goals and are you making progress? If you say, I want to be buff, so I'm going to do 1,000 push-ups every day, depending on your genetics, your age, and what type of variations you are using, that could be different for a lot of people. Like I always say, every body is different and reacts differently, so it's up to you to see what personally works best for you.
But honestly, we don't know if he was training every single day, as when we saw his training scenes, they were very sporadic. Like you would just see them in like random times throughout the episode, and so we don't know if he took any breaks off, any rest, or anything like that. But all we know is he was able to train hardcore enough to get his body from this to this.
Also, when we first see Iroh, it is 2 weeks post the battle that nearly killed Aang, so for all we know, the second he got locked up, he started cranking out those sit-ups. Now, as we see in the series, Iroh is doing not only basic bodyweight exercises, but ones that are quite advanced as well. Freestanding handstand push-ups and one-arm chin-ups take a lot of skill, strength, and practice to fully master, and he's repping them out like he's got a green spandex suit on. So of course mastering those would definitely give you noticeable aesthetic results, but one thing we have to take into account here is the fact that Iroh was by no means a beginner when we see him working out in that isolated cell. For years Iroh was known as the Dragon of the West, quite the powerful firebender, and such an imposing warrior back in his heyday. His skill was so great that even when he was out of shape, he was still easily able to overpower other competent fighters with his own abilities. He was by no means weak.
And this is something we can actually equate with real life.
Now, by the rate of which Iroh refurbished his body, which probably took around, let's see, how far were we into book 3 when the eclipse first happened? I know this was 2 weeks post the Azula fight, plus 11 episodes, which usually cover a few days worth of adventure per episode. So I guesstimate at least a month and a half. That sounds a bit fair, right? So probably a bit more, a bit less of that for him to go from here to here.
Now this is where muscle memory comes into play. For those of you who don't know what muscle memory is the process of when you're able to re-achieve muscle faster than the length it took you to put it on in the first place. So if you've been set back by, say, an injury or laziness or something where you haven't been able to train consistently, then this is where muscle memory comes into play. As when you grow your muscle size, not only are you increasing the muscles, their size as well, but you're increasing in the cells these little things called myonuclei, which, as you guessed, are just muscle nuclei, and those things stay within the cells and make it easier for you to put on size once you've been inactive for a long period of time. Now here's the fascinating part. The number of myonuclei or muscle nuclei you have in your cells, that actually plays a key role on how fast you can regain what you had lost, especially if you're like a big brolic guy. So for example, the more myonuclei you have in your muscle cells, that means that easier it'll be for you to regain what you had lost. So if you were like a brolic bodybuilder who got injured or something like that, or you just stopped working out because of laziness and you just took all this time off, when you start training again, because you have all those myonuclei in your cells, it'll be easier for you to regain what you had lost. Now before, there were conflicting studies of how long myonuclei last. Before, it was like saying like 3 to 6 months or something like that, but recent studies have shown that they're possibly with you like fat cells. They just don't go away, they just stay dormant inside the cell. Now while muscle may shrink due to inactivity and just protein degrading, those myonuclei in the cells are just like a good friend that, someone you don't talk to often, but whenever you need them, they always got your back. And if you're willing to push yourself to be the best you possible, they're like, you know what, I got you bro, don't worry, I got you, friend. Imagine Hey Arnold. Yeah, there we go. Imagine Arnold Shortman in your cells. Just imagine a bunch of them like, all right, you know what, I'm ready to better myself, and they're just like, okay, well, we're here for you. We got your back, just like loyal, all right? 90s kids for life, by the way. So basically, the more nuclei you have in the cells, the easier it'll be for you to regain what you had lost.
So since Iroh in his younger years was probably built like a buffer version of Zhao until the death of his son, which caused him to experience quite a reasonable sadness, he never let himself get too weak. So it makes sense why he was able to grow back to that size, but two things I gotta address. One, Iroh was an old man who enjoyed a lot of tea and tasty food and naturally let himself go. So wouldn't sarcopenia affect him as well? For those who don't know what sarcopenia is, I go further in depth in it on my video of how to have a strong old physique like Master Roshi, Netero, and Bang. So be sure to watch that video after this. But for right now, I'll briefly summarize it. Sarcopenia is the natural loss of muscle tissue due to aging. And here's the big thing. Once you are past your 30s and sarcopenia slowly starts to set in, that muscle tissue you lose becomes exponentially harder to get back. But we've already established Iroh has a ton of myonuclei from his younger years, so while he may experience some loss when he started training again, it was possible for him to receive his old gains. Number 2, Iroh's diet in prison was not the best. So I'm assuming Iroh got fed like the average prisoner, which is usually 2 to 3 meals a day, hours apart from each other. And if you've ever seen or read up on prisoner training routines, it's a lot different than that bro who goes to the gym doing his splits. All these people do in their off time is just work out and sleep, which are 2 key legs from the 3-leg stool of fitness. And for those of you who don't know what that is, be sure to watch this playlist after that, and you can watch that after this video is over. Also, think about it. It's a completely different mentality when you're locked up, as you are constantly on edge and train as if you're prepping for battle every day. You don't want to be small and weak, so you train to be big and strong so no one can F with you. Look at the atmosphere in their gym. Their motivation and discipline is on another level. You won't stay skinny and weak if you train like them, whatever your diet is. As a matter of fact, here's a great video by an ex-con talking about what prisoners do to get so yoked up, and it's really eye-opening to what they go through to achieve it with the crap diets they have, and I'll link it down below. Also, Iroh's training wasn't for aesthetics to look good. He was training with purpose to become a one-man army so he could escape, so he pushed himself harder than the average bender. So all in all, would Uncle Iroh's prisoner training actually work if attempted in real life? As the average person watching this is not incarcerated and has ample resources to aid their training, then no doubt yes. It's no different than those calisthenic athletes who go to the park to work out every day, and accompanied with proper rest and diet, you could most definitely make some serious results following it. Which again, you can try out my Uncle Iroh Tough Like the Tunes in the tab below or above where the card flies by, you'll see it. But well, that has been my video for today. Thanks for watching all the way to the end, and if you want to see any more video topics like this, be sure to leave them in the comment section below. And if you did enjoy the video and would like to help me create more videos like this, then why not step past my Patreon, where you can see a ton of great helpful rewards for the price of a vending machine snack, as gratitude for helping me out, and I'm incredibly appreciative of all of you for helping me keep these up. Also, be sure to hit that bell icon by the subscriber button, because that will let you know the moment I upload, and I definitely have a few surprises coming down the line.
Well, dudes and dudettes, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope you learned something, and I hope you had just fun watching it. Be sure to leave a comment below, hit that like button, that subscribe button. I try to upload every Sunday, or every Saturday and Sunday, but I've been really busy with the next thing I'm about to talk about, Project Deku. For those of you who don't know, who are also fans of My Hero Academia, me and my team have made an entire program based on All Might's Aim to Pass the American Dream plan with schedules, meal plans, all that jazz. You can actually look down at the link below. We're giving a free ebook out right now, just Almighty Arms. You can check that out. Also, you can sign up for the full program right now, or actually, I think I'm talking to my team still. The marketing people are like, it's confusing doing this stuff, but whatever, where you can go click that link below and sign up and check it out, see if it's for you, or you can just look at all my Tough Like the Tunes programs, whatever you want to do. This is just for people who want to take it to the next level. Alright, anyways, thank you for watching all the way to the end. Keep calm, booyah on, don't forget, Momentai. I have a few more videos coming that I've been working on because I actually been stacking up on video uploads, so this is going to be fun. Alright, have a great day.